Hey everyone and welcome back. Today we're doing something a little bit different, and that is a haul video. I haven't done one of these before, but I tend to buy a lot of, well, at least what I think are cool things, and I thought you guys might want to see what I've picked up this month and a little bit of January. Let's get started, and if there's anything that you see that I've got that you own as well, or if there's anything you think I should pick up, movie, comic, game, anything like that, let me know. Alright, so starting off, comics. So I picked up Age of Ultron. This is a Marvel Comics run. It's one of their event mini-series things that they build up to. It has no relation plot-wise to the MCU movie. It's pretty bulky as well, actually. It's I got House of M a little bit ago. I think I've got that on the shelf over here, and it's a lot big. This is a lot bigger than that. Which, considering how big House of M is surprising. Haven't read this yet. Excited to dive into it though. Next up, we have Blade Runner 2019, Los Angeles. This is the first volume of this 2019 Blade Runner comic series they're doing at the moment. Ton of Blade Runner comics coming out right now, which is awesome for people like me, a massive Blade Runner fan. And I'm excited to dive into this. Haven't read it yet. Main character's called Ash. She looks awesome. Ash is an awesome name for a Blade Runner. This is going to be great. I can't wait to read it. Switching to something a little indie, we have Heavy Vinyl. This is the first trade of an independent comic, and it looks just beautiful. I mean, I just love the art here. I think it's so cool. The concept is really awesome. You've got focused around a vinyl store in I think the 80s. Again, something I have not got the chance to read yet, but I will be reading it soon, and once I do, I'll let you guys know what I think of it. Maybe here on the channel somewhere. Maybe over on one of my socials on Twitter or Instagram, which you can follow me on those if you want. That was a smooth plug. Going into something a bit spooky, we have Disney's The Haunted Mansion. Now this is a pretty cool thing because it's actually a 5-issue mini-series based on the Haunted Mansion ride, which is one of my personal favourite attractions at Disney World. If you haven't gotten the fact that I love Disney World, then you pretty clearly haven't seen the fact I have this massive Lego set that I have yet to build, and I will, I promise you, and when I do, you're going to see it in a video. But the Haunted Mansion graphic novel here is super cool. It includes the 5-issue miniseries and another 5-issue miniseries titled Seekers of the Weird. Now the Seekers of the Weird was originally meant to be a side attraction for the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland and Disney World. It's meant to be a walk-through museum. You see a bunch of cool things. There'll be some ties to the Haunted Mansion. And that was one of Walt's dream projects, but unfortunately due to his death, it fell through like a lot of projects did at the time, and we never got to see it. So it's super cool that they get to explore that idea a little bit here in the Haunted Mansion. I also picked up the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge trade here. It's basically just a big advertisement for the Galaxy's Edge area at Disney World and Disneyland, California. But you know what? I'm fine with that. I love theme parks, I love Disney World, I love Star Wars, so I was very excited to get to read this. Haven't had the chance to visit Galaxy's Edge yet, and obviously with all the stuff going on with COVID, it's unlikely I'll get the chance to anytime soon. But that doesn't mean that I can't enjoy it by proxy through this and tons of YouTubers, so. But yeah, this is rubbish. Don't read it, don't buy it, it's not good. But you do get to see Greedo wielding a lightsaber, which is kind of fun. I also picked up 2 trades of the Fraction run of Hawkeye, Volume 1, My Life as a Weapon, and Volume 3, LA Woman. You may be wondering why I didn't get Volume 2. Well, that's because it was out of stock, and these 2 were on sale. I want to read this run anyway, in preparation for the Hawkeye Disney Plus show, which is meant to be heavily inspired by the Fraction run. I'm going to wait until I have all 4 volumes though, and then read through all of it a bit closer to the time of that show's release, since we do have a long way to go. But very excited to dive into this. I read a couple issues when the run first started, but that was many years ago now, and yeah, I'm excited to read these. I also got issue 88 of Little White Lies. Now this isn't really a comic per se, but it is a really, really top-notch magazine all about the film industry. There are tons of awesome reviews and essays on movies that you've seen, movies you haven't seen, indie darlings, classic films, brand new big blockbusters. They cover it all here, and it's just so well written, and it's so damn good. I mean, like, every single page has like original artwork on it related to whatever they're talking about, whatever film they're talking about, whatever they're discussing in film in general. It's so good. If you love films like I do, I totally recommend picking up an issue of Little White Lies. Moving away from comics, we have some games, and they are all PlayStation 2 games. I went on a bit of a spending spree and decided to pick up a bunch of games from my childhood, games I played back on the PlayStation 2 when I was younger. So I got Donald Duck Quack Attack for the PlayStation 2. This was basically a Crash Bandicoot ripoff, I'm pretty sure, and like most of these games, I don't think it's really meant to be very good, but I loved it as a kid, and I don't think I ever got past the first like 10-20 levels, so I'm excited to dive back into this and find out what it was really like, find out if it's good, and if not, stop playing it immediately and throw it away. Staying on the cartoon side, I also got Taz Wanted for the PlayStation 2, which was a game where you basically played as Taz in a bunch of like open world stages. It was a lot of fun. Pretty sure this is actually a good game, and hopefully it's going to hold up. It was a lot of fun as a kid. I think it's going to be fun now. I'm going to play this one really soon. I also got Fantastic Four. My favourite thing about this, the game wasn't very good, but this copy came with a sticker on it that is a 5 for £5 or $1.99 each. I paid £2.50 for this, by the way. I got ripped off. And it's a sticker from Game Station. Here in the UK, you kind of had two major game retailers. There was Game, very creatively named, I know, and you had Game Station. And eventually, Game bought Game Station and just dissolved it and took all their stuff. But like, Game Station was the place to go. It was the cool game store, you know. Game was like very professional, but you went to Game Station, they were like rocking out and shit. It was probably a bad store looking back, but as a kid I loved it, and my local store was awesome. It had like awesome posters up and everything. Really sad to see it go. Saw this, wanted the game anyway, had to pick it up. Probably not going to play it soon. Next up we got Woody Woodpecker, Escape from What? Next up we got Woody Woodpecker, Escape from Buzzards Park. I'll do that one more time. Next up, we've got Woody Woodpecker's Escape from We've got Woody Woodpecker Escape from Buzzards Park, which is another like 3D platforming adventure game by Woody Woodpecker. I'll be honest, I don't know if I ever played this as a kid, but someone was selling it on eBay for £1.50, and I thought I'd get it. I actually got this one just before lockdown. This is the Codename Kids Next Door video game. I got it from the CEX store here in the UK, and it cost me 50p. I love this game as a kid, and like a ton of my friends did as well, and apparently it is genuinely really good and holds up. Finally we got Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. This is super cool, and I feel like no one really played this. It's like an open world Wallace and Gromit game. You go around town and you catch rabbits, and of course there are like levels based off of the movie, of course, but there's a ton of open world stuff and side missions to do and collectibles to find, and it looks like it's a claymation movie. It's like seriously good, and people didn't play this, and I don't get it. Buy this, play it, it's worth your time, I promise you. Going back to stuff that's made out of paper, I bought Dune the Book. There's a new Dune movie coming out this year, starring Timothée Chalamet and Zendaya and a ton of other people, directed by the guy who did Blade Runner 2049 as well. He's an incredibly talented director. And I really want to read this. I haven't read it. It's a massive book. It is over 600 pages. That's going to be rough. But they keep delaying that movie anyway, so I feel like I have plenty of time to read this. Well, changing paces again, I got a Japan crate. I mean, Japan crate is good stuff. You know, the value isn't terrible here, and you do get some really cool items, and as someone who loves Japan, loves the culture, so badly wants to go there, and now probably won't be able to for a few more years, this is pretty cool. Let me see if I can dig some of this stuff out. I don't know what this is, but I love the packaging. Got some like little sweethearts there. There's some like fruity things here as well. Ooh, I've got, these are like a white chocolate and caramel. We got some like snowball themed mochi, I don't know why that's in the Valentine's crate, but Mocky, good. We stand. Oh, and here's my like little rich peach nectar drink as well. But yeah, Japan crate, pretty cool stuff. If you love all that kind of thing or want to try more like foods and snacks and things from abroad, I'd definitely consider giving this a shout. I will say though, the only one that's really worth it is going for the premium crate. Get a premium. This is not a ad or anything. I just genuinely think that Japan Crate is a good service and you should support them if that's your thing. If they want to sponsor me, you know, I wouldn't say no. Yeah. And now it's movie time, boys. So I got Emma. I did a review for this actually on Valentine's Day. I love this movie. It came out last year. It's a brilliant adaptation of the Jane Austen story. And even if you do not like period pieces, that's not your kind of film, I still recommend this, because it's not mine either. And I love this film. Check it out, Emma. Great film. Please go watch my review. We've also got Lost in Translation, one of my personal favourite movies. It's a very divisive film. A lot of people love it, like me. A lot of people hate it. But, you know, that's film, isn't it? And I think any movie that can evoke that visceral of a reaction, either way, is clearly doing something right. But yeah, watch Lost in Translation. I can't recommend this film anymore. I love it. It's deeply affected me. Please go see it. We've got Godzilla, King of the Monsters in 4K. What? This is the second of the new American Godzilla movies. Have not watched this one yet. We'll be watching it soon, and there'll be a review out for it as well in preparation and lead up to the Godzilla vs. Kong movie, which is dropping later this month on HBO Max. Excited for that film. Excited to watch this film as well. Apparently the visuals in this are amazing, so I'm very excited to check it out in 4K. I'll let you guys know what I think about this later on, and make sure to keep an eye out for the review for this and Kong Skull Island as I make my way through the MonsterVerse series. Now we've got a triple here for you boys. We have seasons 14, 16, and 17 of Red vs. Blue. You may be wondering, where's season 15? Well, I could not find it anywhere online. I love Red vs. Blue. I have been watching this show for 8 years now. I'm very excited to dive back into this. I've been doing a full rewatch, and it's great. It launched Rooster Teeth, the online video production company, and now they employ hundreds of people because of a show where people stand on top of a base in a canyon. And we have a really cool collector's edition here. It is the Before trilogy from the Criterion collection. This is a beautiful box set of all three movies. You got Before Sunrise, Before Sunset, and Before Midnight. They're all directed by Richard Linklater and star Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy in the lead roles. These are beautiful movies. I will not review them because I could not do it justice. And yeah, just please go watch them. I think you can rent them on Amazon. God, they're so good. And this Criterion release is awesome. It comes with whole new remasters of the movies, so they look better than ever. It's got a ton of bonus features here. The whole bottom half of this is bonus features. And then the boxes themselves are just absolutely these beautiful slip cases. And it even comes with this very cool little essay as well. And that's about it for all my cool geeky stuff. I hope you liked some of the stuff you saw here. If not, I wonder why you kept watching. But to wrap things up, I bought a food thing, other than the Japan Crate food thing. I picked up these Ember venison slices with 5% Wagyu meat, and I thought the packaging looked cool. I like venison myself, I am a fan. So I thought, I'll get this, and we'll try it. Alright, let's see what this is like, eh? So they're kind of I don't know if you can see it there, it's like a spiced meat. We'll give this a go. That's pretty good. It does just taste like a spiced meat. Doesn't really taste of venison, I would say. I can't tell there's Wagyu beef in there, and I can't tell it's venison, but it's nice. I like it. I'm gonna eat it. Oh, fuck.